say they should report at 8:30. Oma say no, ebi no mo amomu do adwom 10, 11, 12. As I go back to school and go to the house or travel without any permission. Omu kura so omu say aban ehwe omu. You are calling for equity. You are calling for equity. I will support the front when it's about so many things, but the approach this time is not a solution to what we all want to fight. Why? I want to do too much. A labor force. It's too much.
It's the UTN journalists, you know. Omanhene Komna Sante, on a Kennedy say, the Nimsebo fruit, or Babruchira Kennedy Finote. Omu didi no kakra man basement no wedi. Obi, afenyo marking the cool school, ne dan your team Gabi na Tomano. Now, the Omoke nyina say they have a problem with labor unions, trade union congress. Ghana Jumafo nyina eka se president no and first state of state of emergency and to Galamsey swa. Eye omubeja omudwumegu from the 10th. And I think so of this month. We mu mienu ye nsentwerofo mienu. Omo problem nyina say e was say at the end of the day no nyoma bi na o see ye. Now the approach from the trade union congress and I say labor unions, no, they think say it is not the best approach. Now, where Okada riders, what you branch in Kano? Senka mobile no, Nanka say ya, Anki Ametu Kamo Wuda Dada. That is the question. Also, no one goes going richly, but the common sense and I made a war now a done it in richly say, Momo Bedia Binosono, Sankamoba and Ankan Suna say, Cranky and Druha, Kamunkamo, Kiamatomo, into then a Mabedruha, Musa Suno. The Yankwasi journalist, blame the community. The people don't like what is going on. They are looking up to the top. The president has the power to stop this. So why are we not stopping it? Why are we blaming the people? Why are we blaming they cannot do anything? And then Nigeria for the statement about every excavator was shut down. Why are you not pressing the president? Now TUC for the press here, they are threatening, they are doing too much. In nine Monya Banjumada, Emma Sebio, Uobi, Ukoye PRO, ECG, a connection to Nina say Jumano. Obedrun crying. And our college scholarship was say Talu said the NDA politicians kwajimao and a politicians do call law school and a politicians at the amount to won't say Obia Waya Banjuma say 40 years. Sebio Oni baby obeda.
Whenever I say ma PENDREAM TV there or see them yopo
Obia be Muntianko Fowi.
At the end of the day, whatever anybody in Accra will decide to do, if we don't get the mining communities to own this fight, we should forget it. At least from what I have seen, living and working in the Western region for almost 10 years, from what I've seen, working with ECG as head of public relations, Western region, I visited almost every major community in the Western region. Me call every mining town in the Western region. From what I've seen, so communities nankasa only fight no. Ja, forget it because so what you cry now kasa and we know we were there. We did a whole national dialogue in Wasekrop.
Give me any example.
Odu Wasekrop masa. Omo hu ne kra say a problem say they want to kasa no.
Omo person musia no kwan. Omo take for some fan kwan.
Because Odu ha the only way out and na me kasa we've had two approaches. As far as the fight against illegal mining is concerned, man, the first approach and it's from the top. Then the president as commander-in-chief of the armed forces, yentu police fungum, yentu soldier fungum. That has been the approach from Inusa Fuseini, Mahama Yarega, Eba, the first lands minister under Nanado. I remember your friend is saying Jean-Pierre Ameu, Ofio Ukromni, Ebai, Ameyao Ebai, Abujinapo Abba. The approach has been Operation Way. Absolutely. Operation Way, yes, season way.
That cannot be the solution.
Yeah. But that's Ghana for you. And all of those approaches now, Oman, I've said this somewhere. Say the only approach are some semblance of result where traditional leaders are cast a mikromo had there. And we've seen that example in Asante Mampong, where the Omanhene has said, say, Asante Mampong dear. Obwa. Ne manfo nyina eta nachi. Enye say Asante Mampong gold no gold taho. But say Asante Mampong dear. That has been the only working solution as far as this fight is concerned. I'm saying, say, there were two models. If one model are Juma, let's replicate that model across the country. Fortunately for you, man, land ownership in Ghana is clear. It's either a state land, family land, or stool land. It is a situation where a stool, the owner of stool lands, like I said, Mimi Krom had the Dabi, Ama Aye Juma. Why are we not putting pressure on the other family heads and chiefs, paramount chiefs, to also do so?
The unfortunate thing that we are all doing,
a buying intervention has not worked. It will not work.
The only unfortunate thing that because we are suffer is how politics amanukudi any of paper to serve this country. No, as it happens some. Now interest levels no are trash. We are not principled. We are not honest people. So we will not get honest solutions to the challenge that we face today. We can get it tomorrow.
Semper FM.
We are not principled. If you are not principled, if you are not honest, if you change your song per where you stand, you think you get solutions to some of these national crises. It can't be happening. It even the obi. Monsieur Monko,
yeah, because
I was a cropon. I saw your phone credit, a ration. Illegal mining. Police for our uniforms are Omodia chairs since I was a cropon. Your choir quesa. Cocofu was there. Now, me MC Nukrano be na kukudru. As I buy more catches, me man 30,000 Ghana cedi.
Now be now.
Me did dinner me no. Me bought the rock quentia. In so more you nyina be bia jiegu.
Problem no. I mean, what they were
own the whole
they don't own the fight, and that's the biggest challenge.
Yeah.
They don't own the fight. Kromo for no mo ben nsuo no, omo nsa say no. They don't own the fight, and as at least most of them don't own the fight, and you need them to take ownership. Someone taking ownership at the top-down approach no will fail. It should be a bottom-up approach, and the bottom-up no will start from one. Tasking all MMDC say, yema a period of 6 months. Why you behu illegal mining in your mining district, the MC, you are gone.
Papa, that's it.
The traditional leaders are in Sasene Modia, stool land Modia. Why you behu illegal mining with stool lands no to be a or hini yanu will become. Yaba family heads, family lands, behu illegal mining was to be a bushia penny, yanu will become. If you don't use that bottom-up approach, not there be a pressure, never call the political elite. Almost there.
Even the labor front. Time check machine credible board doors and look at they should report at 8:30. Almost saying, Ibinomo, I'm going to do 10, 11, 12. As I go back to school and go to the house or travel without any permission. You are calling for equity. You are calling for equity. I will support the front when it's about so many things, but the approach this time is not a solution to what we all want to fight. Why? I want to do too much. A labor force. It's too much.
It's the UTN journalists. Omanhene come na Asante. On a Kennedy say the nimse bo fruit. Oba bruchira Kennedy fi no te. Omu didi bia no kakra man no basement no wedi. Obi afenyo marking the cool school. Ne dan ya team Gabi na Tomano. Now, the Omoka nyina say they have a problem with labor unions, trade union congress. Ghana Jumafo nyina eka se president no amfa state of emergency and to Galamsey swa. Eye omubeja omudwumegu from the 10th. And I think so of this month. We mu mienu ye nsentwerofo mienu. Omo problem nyina say e was say at the end of the day no nyoma bi na o se ye. Now the approach from the trade union congress and I say labor unions, no, they think say it is not the best approach. Now, what are some of the things they were trying to say? Almost say, oh, approach na yedeko galamsey no a bottom up approach na wasi yusu. Maybe you use a up down or up bottom approach. The no can you say galamsey the see and no say oh. Come on, Ponko, or any Casamo be an galamsey, be upon to me a galamsey. And Oba Ghana, ɔse obi so no ye dwuma ma ECG wa kɔ baby na esia no Galamsey ntokwa no yɛmfa ma communities no they should own the fight. Communities no omo titi nkura ase no omo titi nkuro na ye Galamsey mu no obi ni dean Omanhene so omo nyansemu as journalists no yɛma nkurofo no ahemfo no ene ekuromofo no and only right no say fight no send ye be ya omo betuma akɔ Galamsey. The question is, say ekuromofo and only fight now, who is doing the Galamsey? So then you people are beginning, you are letting us understand, say majority of the communities of Galamsey Nikosono and and that there are some people who go in there to do the Galamsey, and a Ekromofono are not seeing any seriousness to fight against that area crime. Into one, their point they are making, and they say, and then in Kronkura Galamsey Kosono, Omu Momuna Sebio Omu Etuanko for Baba Galamsey, they are not resisting. Now, you could see clearly say they are moving the responsibility from the head of government. They are taking the responsibility from the president. They are taking the responsibility from the institutions that have been resourced and equipped to make sure that there is law and order. Anything against national security, it is the responsibility of the president, the vice president, to make sure. Say Galamsey, which is a threat to our security, no, it stops. But these people don't have a problem with the president, whose mandate, his first job as the president of the republic, is to stop any national threat. These people know Akufo-Addo put his presidency on the line, but they have ignored Akufo-Addo being a dishonest leader. Akufo-Addo, who has overseen these things happen for 8 years. They have ignored the government that is supposed to take responsibility for what is happening, because Galamsey is a national security threat. So these journalists who say Oma Kenkain, Omu Nyansa Cheo, Omu na wuti omo ade adwene se Ghana ye koyi anase nkoyi no, they have refused to understand, say the communities na Galamsey ne koso no. And community in there, say the communities no motiti omo respective areas no. I will say omo resist. Say ni pebi be Galamsey. The question is, say the communities na Galamsey na, then one amu na Galamsey no. And the question is, Abaina Otisuna, led by the president who put his presidency on the line, and then di enim and the vice president no. Omo ba power no. Omo be shemra say yen tumi enko ye kwayem. Na yenko tu egudie time na Akufo-Addo mba no na yenko kwa yemu tu egudie wu sanko fo mienu wei. They don't have a problem with that. They have a problem with him amene ya papa no mo ye edwuma wa ban mu am say e wo se oman no penyina odi anim no ekasa ema nyoma ekoso Galamsey no esutwa no omo say omo problem with the TUC. Omo ne eye Ghana adwumafo a de ekoso no enam a essay insu a essay ensase a essay nipa ewu yebo nipa tuo kwaya ye twiri no. Omo say they have a problem with the TUC. If we say president ne nyehwe eni say the responsibility ni gu president ne so eni say di gu aban ne so na emom yen sati every bottom. Now the question here is, who has the power to stop a Galamsey? Obi di se chairman wuntumi a okuta sika, okuta tuo, okuta political connection, okuta the financial strength to shut every youth down. How is the young man in the community? How is the poor chief? How can they fight? Because remember, this Akufo-Addo group they are the same people who introduced what we call community mining as a disguise to go into a forest. Into your hene. Now what you chrome? Now abaya ba. Now abaya say 200 acres or the community mining. Now after 2-3 weeks, community mining has turned into serious mining in the forest, which they allow that. Who is responsible? Who is supposed to stop it? Into journalists, TV, they are supposed to make sure, say, the people who are in charge are supposed to take the responsibility. No, they are basically shielding the criminals who have brought us here today and now putting the blame on the people in the communities who don't have the political, who don't have the financial strength and might to fight illegal small-scale miners who are financially resourced. Remember, we have ministers and DCEs coordinating to do illegal mining. What can you do? Because say illegal mining ewo takwa na mrekuduka oye deputy land minister odaba omia campaign so say mrekuduka galamsey oni DC oye the head of security that district galamsey na say in the name of community mining mrekuduka to galamsey na ohene no oko report ma DC ya dey na kire wo say sa DC will take action because the DC and the minister are in collaboration destroying the forest. Now we on Hinekura was assassin so now ko DC in office. Now the report come at DC they say me hu say yetutu amenabi o mikrom ha me hu so many license into DC di hujuma me ntumi kon kran me ntumi DC is collaborating with the minister to do the galamsey. It does not matter the number of times on Hinekura report it is not going to go anywhere. We need to let people who we give power to, who we give office to, take responsibility. Two stupid dogs, they don't have an idea, and if they have an idea, they are deliberately protecting a abai munipa. Because you cannot tell me, say the president or then the presidency too on the line, he did not know the consequences. He did not understand what he was saying. He knew. That is why he used those statements to win power. So why are we here? Because just a statement from the president today, Ghana for Jumafo say almost president in this state of emergency to Galamsey. So journalists in the studio say more problem, and that approach is wrong. So what should they do? Who is going to order the DCE to stop? Is the president. Who is going to order the MCE to stop? Is the president. Who is going to order the minister to stop? Is the president. So if you start it from bottom, who is going to make sure that effect has happened? Saa nkwasiafo ne gumu TV so amuti omo. Saa nkwasiafo we ene gu TV so anopa to enwumre a yete Ghana eti omo agimi. Galamsey ne koso no eye wemu. They are shielding these criminals. They are protecting a Kufuado any day, any sa aban with their mind, it is not to tell you the truth. Because which journalist in their right senses today will be telling a government that is resourced, a government that has all the power, which is in control of the military, in control of the police, has all the technical, political strategies to make sure that every single person mining legally or illegally in Ghana puts their excavator off. A DNA will make you say we should go start from the bottom. Who is down at the bottom? Omo bottom ni constituency ni community omo ni ahemfo no. San komo power ka all these is come stop here. Now so we study omo argument they never start and end their argument with the people in power. On some study free and this time and away by and away by and this time there was a reason to abayi nkwasiafo we. There is a reason. These fools told us, say, they can do better. Time manager Mahamani and this also. Whether the approach was good or not, the water, the color, the destruction, the forest mining wasn't there. Why are you bringing in the past administration? Let's say John Mahama approach them using the best approach, but the water wasn't like this. We were not entering our forest to dig or to mine. We didn't see this level of devastation. So why do you sit on radio to go bring in the past government? Call this president out. We have gotten Trade Union Congress stepping out to force this president to stop illegal mining in Ghana. My phone said this year to TV so catch Ghana for say you have a problem and then people are intimidating people. O Omanhene kromfo uni obi mu ye hwifo mienu ene sa mo producer no Dominic mo miensa mu ye hwifo me se mo miensa mu ye hwifo time president bana asema mo miensa mu ye hwifo wo Omanhene Kobna Sante obi ene Dominic sa mo sa nkwasiafo miensa we mo na mo say Ghana. You cannot speak to the issues. You are blaming the community. You are giving a government's responsibility to the community. Yati Ghana Kromwa, yasi asasibia wa Ghana biya yekufuado dia. Didn't they tell us? The breakdown of stool land, family land, custodian land, it does not matter. Every single land Ghana asase, so it belongs to Ekufuado. He can sell any land. So why Ekufuado, why doesn't he have the power to stop everybody from touching his land? Because the constitution makes it clear. Nana Addo Dankwa Ekufuado is the owner of every land in this country. Why can't he put a statement out for every single person or anyone mining on his land to stop mining? Na motetuo ko mampon kohwe ohene ne se mo bia ntu galamsey mampon nya Ghana mampon hene oni a constitutional right to stop. If the people want to enter, they will enter. We need to look at this thing from a very objective point, because the president put his presidency on the line. He is in charge. There's a government. It's their responsibility to make sure nobody mines illegally. It's the responsibility of the government. Whatever approach they take, at the end of the day, I want my president and my government of the day to solve the problem. I don't need an opposition, the mistakes of an opposition or whatever you call it, to solve today's problem. We want the president and the government today to solve today's problem. Because in Ghana today, when inflation goes down, the president and this government, they take credit. Today, when they talk about free SHS, they take credit. So why are they not taking responsibility for the illegal mining happening in Ghana? We are journalists, no way, Jimmy. Now, this is how you speak.
At the end of the day, whatever anybody in Accra will decide to do, if we don't get the mining communities to own this fight, we should forget it. At least from what I have seen, living and working in the Western region for almost 10 years, from what I've seen, working with ECG as head of public relations, Western region, I visited almost every major community in the Western region. Me call every mining town in the Western region. From what I've seen, so communities nankasa only fight no. Ja, forget it, because so what you cry now kasa, and we know we were there. We did a whole national dialogue in Wase Krop.
Give me an example.
What do Wase Krop, masa? Omo who ne cross a problem said they want to kasa no.
I want to talk for some fun.
Because Udruha, the only way out, and we've had two approaches as far as the fight against illegal mining is concerned. Man, the first approach, and it's from the top. Then the president as commander-in-chief of the armed forces, yentu police fungum, yentu soja fungum. That has been the approach from Inusa Fuseini, Mahama Yarega, Eba, the first lands minister under Nanado. I remember your friend is saying Jean-Pierre Ameu, Ofi Ukromni, Ebai, Ameyao Ebai, Abu Jinapo Abba. The approach has been Operation Way. Absolutely. Operation Way, yes, easy way. That cannot be the solution. Yeah. But that's Ghana for you. And all of those approaches now,
if there's a government in power, now say, approach him, what do? We sack the government. Because governments are put in to solve problems. When there's a government in power, now there's a problem facing the nation, a serious national issue, not president and the government don't have solution. It does not matter how they approach it. As a Ghanaian, I pay my taxes to make sure the government runs and protects this country. My protection, my security, my economy. The president and the government, it is their responsibility. So you telling us to say the president and the government have used different approaches and it didn't work, it is clearly that they have failed and that you have to tell the people to kick the government out. Because if you don't deliver to the expectation or to the satisfaction of your management, they will tell you to work for somebody to come in. They are not going to say they will tell you that it's a target for you. If you cannot meet the target, because there are thousands and thousands of people who can host the show and can do better than you. Into you have to prove you can hold on to the show. Into and as Samuel Abu Jinapo under this government, I issue over 1,500 licenses or issue my Wakoto a kuromu community be a issue license amomo. Erabena mokwa senkrego ekura siko hu say young man bi onam ho a we 22 23 a wato the excavator and 10 edenam wa hu bi da. Mwana moka sa mokwa you see serious machines. Ohenina na odi kuro na otesa kuro no. Ono ni dwetre ye sen. Ono na duduru he na owu excavators 10 ade na obetuma aye. So we need to make sure say aban no we blame the government of the day. We tell the people they have no idea about governance. That is why we have alternative. That is why we vote. We need to give the people options. And that is what we need to tell the people. Abanwe has failed. There is an equally competent government. No, this wasn't happening. We should give them a chance. Because we go back, we regroup, we do what? We make sure, say, we correct our mistakes, and then we face the problem. These people have been in power for 8 years. They need to go back, go regroup. Let somebody take over and see, say, that person can make a decision. Because they have been there before, and when Mahama and the NDC were there, now insulting to say, now you need licenses, you do forest, echo today, echo to Gala. These are the pertinent, fundamental things we need to be asking. Why should the government give a license over 1,005 and pass a law that people can go into our virgin forest to learn? In this country, this is the law. The Constitution states it clearly. The Constitution of Republic of Ghana, the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, 1992. What does it say? All public lands in Ghana shall be vested in the president on behalf of and in trust for the people of Ghana. Asasi awo Ghana nyinaa Ekufuado dia. And the Ekufuado ba TV so 7 o'clock. Enyumbre no ka say mama obia entu excavator. Legal or illegal, commercial or non-commercial, mining, beer and shut it down. Everybody has to turn off the excavator. Why are you not telling the president to do that? We are very foolish old men, foolish guys. Obi onyini njemi. Nenim na enyini akokora na obo. Obi is not older than me. And sometimes such useless journalism, such infantile, such weak kind of thinking. These things, when you're teaching mind, people are taking credit for things. Why are they not taking responsibility for what we are going through? Why are we making it look like now it's the problem of the citizens, and then abaining to me solve a problem into blame citizens wako high dine our team. A dine our high no contract lecture say if you run say air conditioning break down I was said if you run say if you na team no who paint no epopa I was say if you run any painty say game main gate ni bua I was say if you run the painty when we juma say inside no the betu inside ni bia no e wo na wo do sika beye into what if you na say main gate bua you are blaming why you are blaming the Ghana Welders Association for say omo na mama gate nebu abra if you run has taken money to make sure and the responsibility no he needs to take care of it when there's a problem mu nyana much me into ready na mutiso no nyansa ban wo mutirim ya pese solve such a menace. What kind of foolish journalism is this? The biggest and the best decision a group of Ghanaians have taken, and what the TUC, the Labour Commission, and the Ghana Jumafo say, yes, you are ma, you are hearing yet Ghana ha. Ya pom din here. Nanado Dankwe, they want you to do one thing. For state of emergency eto GALAMSEY so Ekufuado so onye na journalists and the TV so say. Journalists TV so and the say they have a problem with the TUC. Mo kamo ekurobia so anki kuma twatwene. You are the people shoulding stupid politicians to take the people for granted. Why should anybody have an issue with TUC? If the government has put together so many approaches and it's not working, it means nipa omoa bani romwe Jimmy. They need to work. Because yen nyina yentumi go di president. Yen nyina yentumi go di MP. Yen nyina yentumi go di vice president. There is a specific reason ti ankofo be ka je so muni nyansa yemfa Omanhene momo. So if they have failed to make sure they secure our land, waters and forests, then it means they don't have the intelligence to lead. Simple as that. Echo ya kwasia. Now and make sure how they are trying to shift all their responsibility. Pressure now, I was here to Ekufuado abayne so no. See how they are deliberately what they are doing, because omnim say so the pressure to MPP so party position. They want to find a way to shift the responsibility. in some of okay time na Mahama ye president na ye nsuo no pondru sei na ye nko eye kwaye mu nkotu enko ye galamsey they were blaming Mahama. John Mahama and the NDC they deported over 5,000 Chinese. Time na Mahama 2016 free power na ye river bian say ye. Time na Mahama free power na Ghana na yete no na ye nko kwaye enkotu edien galamsey. And you people have no problem with this. You are telling and the problem, we are the people who are not solving the problem. Communities, no, they should own the fight. Unimetua chama untumiwo. Unetua abujina po. Unimetua mirekuduka o. Unimetua ekwewusimu. Unimetua chasbisimu urem. Unimetua sanko fo we urem. 2020 omo botuo chema wontumi nkwala ekozi so mo wurem ema omo tuo no botuo enti ohene ne odukro no ehia for no form no. How do they fight this? This is a national security threat. When a calamity, civilians don't fight this, government fights this with government resource. It is yakochi baby na say aban emunipa ejina obi galamsey so edi soldier for ejina so we need to say the president is involved. Because Nana Danko Kufuado says Soja Nibi Janwurem protect Galamsey site. The president is the leader of the Ghana Armed Forces. That means or a commander and some of his battalions, you know, they are doing illegal things. It means the commander has to leave. The commander has failed to make sure there's discipline in the military. So Galamsey side now who police knew the vice president Eba Umia only the head of the police council. So police ni Galamsey side guide ubia and I say guard ubia. Also TSC the vice president who is the head of the police council has failed and that he has to be kicked out. That is how it's supposed to be. Moya moa na buko school wing. Moya nyaya na mo wie habaya sana mada. Now look at this. This is Yensuya Ewo Ghana. And after Erastus Asaridonko, sad documentary way no. The same media house, there are journalists sitting there saying, they don't agree with TUC going on nationwide strike. They have no problem with this kind of water. They are blaming the communities. They are supposed to take the mining. Erastus Asaridonko your colleague no. Wakwaye edena bra edena krakoto amayehu. These are the river. Yensuya wa Ghana enimnie nkwasiafo bienu wei eti. Asempa ka kire Ghana for say the TUC no omu hunahuna Ghana for. Ewurade nyankopon. Muti Ghana, hey, Obisa Kevin, it's okay, move on. Why should I move on? Why should I move on? If you think it's okay, I should move on, Messiah, block this person from my platform. Whoever said, Kevin, it's okay, let's move on. Take this person off. I have to sit on Galamsey issue every single day. If it's going to take me 5 hours a day, I'll do it. Maybe what is happening in Ghana, you don't see it. Maybe I would just say it's just a joke. Maybe I would say it is just light. Into Galamsey, no, you ain't kind of 2 minutes. Masa, do you know what is happening there? Do you know the consequences? Do you know what is happening? Say yabetanaka politics ni na insu aya no monye yemba ewu a who is going to govern? Aya na mo Ghana for no bi mo jimi ana. This is supposed to be a national issue. These are the rivers. Insu aya no munye. Odo kwasi at Facebook say it is okay, let's move on. Move on to where? This is supposed to be something that we do what? This is supposed to be something we discuss every day. We are not supposed to skip it a day until we see, people are taking responsibility for their actions. Okay, I'm in trouble. Start, come out. Wait, and so another story. I see Ekuyapoki. Otini show so onositi asama oka. Me chiramo the kind of people you listen to. A Jimmy for amtiti radio so say Omogana tie when you're afraid of Ekuyapoki. Gay and who senior so better America and also so Ghana bium. In Sia Monom Ghana also Ekuyapoki no numbi because ohum some way Jimmy or the more bojantra better na bruche. And there ote assisi your friend saying give me the name. Jonathan your friend saying your friend Ekurobia so Maryland the wooden baby. Blame Ekufuado if Bawumia loses December 7 elections. Oh, the omoye. And the Ekuyapoki say, "Yen blame Ekufuado se Bawumia lose 2024 elections a yem blame Ekufuado. I feel to be on common them. Now, when we see be on common them. Right now, no, they are doing everything possible. Ekufuado in Kwasiadia Obayeno, they want to isolate Bawumia from Ekufuado and the Bawumia crime. Ya try krom ha, Ekufuado catch there say, or reason tia or the Bawumia ba. Or no one can say we Jimmy, but onimsa Bawumia ni munyansa. Now, let me read this story in intro. Okay, story now. A media personality, Efia, widely known as whatever, thinks the president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo should be blamed if the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party (NPP) Dr. loses the election come December 7, 2024. During her political show, that lady said the flag bearer of the NPP, Dr. Bawumia, has been running a good campaign ahead of the elections, but some of the failures of the president keeps haunting him. According to that lady, Akufo-Addo's inability to fight the Galamsey issue has become, or has, maybe is a typo, has become a stain on the campaign of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And let me quote her. This is what she said. If Bawumia loses this year's elections, blame Akufo-Addo. Bawumia has been holding a very clean campaign, but Nana Addo has become an enemy to the campaigns. First, Nana Addo failed to fight Galamsey after promising. You failed for not fulfilling the contract you had with Ghanaians, and you are the reason Bawumia's work during this campaign season has become difficult for him. End of quote. Asema sa abayira na wabo international jantra betina bruchiri. Said also a journalist of Ghana. And Ekuya Poki say, this guy get me her picture. No be ehuni pa mekanasem. And the Kuya Poki say, Bawumia lose election na yem blame Akufo-Addo. If Bawumia the campaign or no efe krakeke eni sokeke na Akufo-Addo no or eni pebia wa ese bonsam Akufo-Addo ntumi anko Galamsey enu nti na Bawumia ebe lose elections no. We saw a journalist. Afemo Jimini we sa kwasiaba we and insuo na mrekye no onumbio. Wabebo jantra ti America. Sa kwasiaba we ende jantra obebo yenti ode nyankra ti America. Ghana fo na o mislead o say Akufo-Addo ye Yesu. Na Akufo-Addo ebe chichire Ghana. Otena radio so ebu bedi Mahama ne NDC atem na oni ni krom na insuo ni ate. Ende insuo wa Ghana nyina sei. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo jina de simpie ni ka kire ye se. Oni Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na ebe chichire man no. They are trying to isolate Bawumia from the NPP government. Into almost say, oh, Galamsey na koso no, and then remember Bawumia lose elections no. If you say Akufo-Addo ntumi anko. Sa kwasiaba we beka cho say Bawumia ayade o digitalization. Kwasiaba we ade chi obeka say Bawumia oka ho na free SHS baaye. Kwasiaba we beka say nanya Bawumia e na oka kire say o de Ghana card aba. Kwasiaba we besa dan waka yo say Akufo-Addo na ntuma stop Galamsey odwan ba. Odwan ne ba no cause na adwene wo fom. Yati krom ha adia ebema MPP ni Bawumia lose election 2024. You people know it is the economy. It is not Galamsey. Galamsey has been there. We've been talking about it. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo could have solved Galamsey problem, but because people like you, tribal idiot calling yourselves journalists, because you are selective in who to attack when it comes to the fight against Galamsey, no, you people sat back. You were thinking that issue will be kept under the carpet for Bawumia and Akufo-Addo and Kwasiafo way to win another term. Adentina won't say the economy and the kanwa ebema Bawumia lose the elections no. Why are you blaming Bawumia's loss only on Galamsey? Because so when blame Bawumia's loss on only Galamsey, a man for Behu say, Mahmoud Bawumia no nim nyansa. Because what are you going to promote Bawumia with? So Bawumia ain't man fighting Galamsey. Bawumia ain't me fighting economy no. We are kwasiaba. Mahamudu Bawumia ntuma fight Galamsey. Ekufuado nkwa na ntuma fight. Bawumia de no a good power betuma fight amane kwan. Mibusa o economy no was Bawumia able to fight the economy? Because we were here. And Ekufuado catch say the main reason tia okofa Bawumia bano Nana Danko Ekufuado told Ghanaians, told every single person or say or the Bawumia ba because of what? Tieno Siaba
Sidinaya hata I want him me. I don't see one year Gijana Yenya Ufaso Kahubi Kahubi Tina Mikofa Bawumia some coming home. Yes, she say Sika Samno, a year Sikano, the Munye to build. Kahubi Tina Mikofa Bawumia some coming home. Yes, she say Sika Samno, a year Sikano, the Munye to build. Tina one year Gijana Yenya Ufaso Kahubi Kahubi Tina Mikofa Bawumia some coming home. Yes, she say Sika Samno, a year Sikano, the Munye to build. Let me be a Jumani Ahotoso Bagana.
It's a reason. Ekufuado state here. Bawumia yamfana ambase omeko Galamsey o. Ya de Bawumia ba say omeko economy no, solve economy problem no. Ain't the way you people are trying to shield Bawumia by making it look like say Bawumia they don't care Ekufuado government no, the economy and Galamsey will bring the MPP down. Bawumia ba ya also ye economic waste kid, not dollar no 3.7. Yeah, the check MPP kura na 4. And the dollar is at 16.48. Odo kwa siati abrochire no musupa. Odo kwa siati abrochire ema ye fa otosa ponche. Odo kwa siati abrochire ema wukunu otumi ko eba ema sebio yetua ne ka ni penkem. Odo kwa siati abrochire osiasi green kase. Galamsey na Ekufuado ntuma nkuni ntina Bawumia ebe lose election no uyo dwan. Muni munyansa motete ekurase ne etam mo bankran. Mo ho popra se ekurase nkusie. Motete eyase na mo ya announcement say wano eya kwam despite there omo jimi nko ade bonko anope enti kono mfa wadwuma te ma wadwene ya wo say we a journalist. Bawumia Ghana, we don't know him as a Galamsey fighter. We know Bawumia as an economist. As an economist, you know, and the dollar no way. In the kind of nyansa pa, and a couple you're honest in your delivery as a journalist. Kabe busa Bawumia se ma Bawumia. Ekufuado has failed the Galamsey fight because he put his presidency on the line. You, the dollar you picked from 3.7, it is at 16.8. You cannot handle Ghana. But mokwasi a tribe on adokromo. It does not matter the environment you find yourself. Selfishness, stupidity, greed, and just basic understanding of basic things. You know, mom pesa mo beti asienti. Amama dane nkwasiafo. Mo kasese mo adwini nye dwuma. Mo yin se Ghana na ye chichire no. E obi na nantoko bi okokon ye ntini ye chichire Ghana. Mo yin dwan. You are isolating Bawumia from the problem. Economy ni ye judge Bawumia. We are judging Bawumia by the economy. Now, I'm in trouble, DB. Ubia. Inflation. And you say, inflation. What you say Bawumia, Ekufuado, and the best say Bawumia campaign. Bawumia Nankasa mentally is not stable. This is Bawumia. Listen to Bawumia. Bawumia ni. Listen to him.
Enyambuntu, Enyasa, Ghana, Enyambuntu, Matisse, Sa, area. Yepe new district, Yepe Boaku Asafo Aswenso district, and yes, Yameado Yeba Mamu district, Yeba Mamu district,
we got 67 days to elections on Namna Promise district. Kwasi abati abrocheka se Galamsey fight no onka ho. Yeti kroma. The land minister, the deputy land minister, Mrekuduka, he is in charge of the lands. Ghana and Sase, a good year one Sassinim. Mahamudu Bawumia ata Mrekuduka, se Mrekuduka emeden, Mrekuduka embeye the campaign, se eba Galamsey, ene asase one sema. The current land minister, the current deputy land minister, and the Galamsey Koswa and the friendly constituency obia nim so ye Galamsey Mahmoud Bawumia say ombra no embe leading the campaign no nya den make sure say sa Galamsey constituency na omotu Galamsey no they hold on to it. Mrekuduka oye current oye current deputy lands minister under his watch in Ghana nyina say no Mahmoud Bawumia has promoted him to lead his campaign. Kwasiaba what ya brochire nom unya spring water utminya purified water. There are two types of water and conform no krom ha obeko fie or carbonated water obeko or spring water and also purified water. Kwasiaba we our options Okokoskono ko di dwasa aboa our options of water to pick obetuma pick spring water every boom sebio yam purify ye na the best fie we na mepe obetumi ato purified water insu sebio broni edi chemicals afema watie ni a nipa betuma anom ena your carbonated water owo edi insu gas kakra wo ma onoma etisa Sprite eno our options ni nyire ni ate obi na tina kronbo ni nsuo ho ban kwase abate ha eka say we should not blame Bawumia for the Galamsey and that we should blame the foolish man who is going to die. Mwajibiji na muti abrochi ha na moya moa muni munyansa na mo betena ha na ana modwen say sa adwene ne aduane na mokọ Africa market kotono ye de free na ba and you people behave as if say mo ye ndwan. This is Mrekuduka we na Bawumia fa ne se ne campaign no na Mrekuduka oye deputy lands minister muntie na no asem muntie o wakọ ono ana hantafo no tie de oka muntie we mu na mo so mbe solve Galamsey problem no Mrekuduka we mu na mo so mbe solve problem no tie Mrekuduka
Mate so se NDC for chisemplofobia chi se bencha geshem bencha mining etiplofobia atiesi kwa kwanso oya NDC for na ba yezano
hwe video ni ye pa hwe video ni ye Bawumia te wo Bawumia campaign ase hwe video hwe de chi Bawumia na te wo no Bawumia is involved in this Galamsey. They are ready to keep digging, keep destroying the waters. Maybe about video ni biem, but me besa me draw attention say Bawumia to ho Bawumia campaign ase muntie video ni nyina wi na ma kire wade bi. Gan.
Mate so se NDC for chisemplofobia chi se bencha geshem bencha mining etiplofobia atiesi kwa kwanso oya NDC for na ba yezano Nasa kwa tu NDC abesi benja geshema misebe ebi ebeni yawa ha ana rollers ala titi krofo wa ha otwa be ma ana gesheti ene yamiatom Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia odimi wasani isia obi afani campaign ho
This is the deputy lands minister. What has no jina hoka? Bawumia na te wo no. O say geshe na hoka no Galamsey. O say what is NDC for some ba be stop Galamsey. Na omo de enichi na Bawumia eyi no. Se ombe de anim na on stop NDC from stopping yensu na essay no. O ka wie no say mo ka say JJ Rollins ba ha. Imbre bia na mo ya Galamsey JJ Rollins be twemaso mo pese obi be twemaso abra nipa bi ya Galamsey ana. This is the message. Mrekuduka kwasea we hwenanim tantan apetition we o ka kira hantafo ne se Bawumia yi ne se ono ombra na omontoa so na de ya ne se enye kromofo na ya Galamsey no ono ne party fo ne MCs ne MDDs so said and chairman want to me and twas so enya galamsey watakwa ne ono ankasa enya galamsey inti oka kire omo say eni se omo penema NDC ba efri say time JJ Rollins ba so no na omo bibi eye galamsey ne JJ Rollins stop omo on pese sa de be sibiom we ene mirekuduka mo deputy land minister or wasawu wate wasa na ogina wate asmo woka me ka kire mo enra me say MPP fo no mo di MPP echi no oton ebini mo medi na me ka kire wo omo nim nyansa man kan jam so mo bukọ mo no mo koton bini ama mo supporters a omo di nka bo eye de JJ Rollins din no ma bo Mahama no ma bo Kwame Nkrumah no ma charge omo e no mo ye no. He was speaking wasa, thank you very much. Wasa kasa and the ko wasa ne kohwe. Ko wasa ne kohwe de geshe ana galamsey aye kuro no. Kwasia we gina ho say omo ntoma no na ontena so no ono ankoso nya galamsey no. The party ni nkoso no nsensuo no. Ahemfo tete o. Odi kuro fo tete wo, imam fo tete wo, omo bom nsem. Na kwasia bi ti asempa say it should be a bottom top approach. Na mrantie ne maba wo mgu akomde omo no. Mrekuduka koto $1,000 to all. The person sitting there, he is the second in command. He is supporting what Mrekuduka is saying. Mo say Jimmy. Then you are sitting as Sempaka Chirebe say it should be a bottom up approach. We are kwasia. Abra, one person who can make a statement and everything will stop. Mahmoud Baumia is standing behind this guy to tell Ghana for say he is coming to make sure say Chairman want to know Keti Jemfua sampai mo MPP eye Mrekuduka Charles bisi mo ekwa wusim galamsey mo o ka kire mo through eye land minister say they are going to allow those people to continue. Omoko oman kedwuma mo kreti amomo oman ka say insuo no ebeku mo oman ka say dollar na do 60 no. They are telling them say JJ Rollins ba mrebi we mu omumbu MPP supporters so omu so mu agimi entunya kwasi ababi ti abrochire osian. You should blame Ekufuado. And Baumia was running a good campaign. Kwasia. O mana wabe wo mogu ase ntweno. School kwasia school am kon Ghana omeko bi wa. No. O mana wabe wo mogu ase ntafre no. School na nkofo ko Ghana aduane na 7 kwara na school no. Obema oba kraman credit wa ha. Mo ye moa. Mo ye moa sefo. E na mo be fra ni pem munim nyansa. Mo ye nkurasefo ma. Moye ntwaboa ene ya de aba frani pem because munim nyansa you will think about the people where you come from bebia na wo free obedwene omosunsu omonom ho mumudodo njimi fo mobedu abrochire na mo nsa Ghana ye jimi enti yanke kansam wo abrochire na kwase bi ndi Ghana so ntwaboa moa mamenchira wade bi and something that you don't normally see. This is how the NDC government fought Galamsey under the leadership of John Mahama. This is how they fought Galamsey in 2016. Watch this.
Welcome back to Joy News Prime. Now, 2 people believed to be legal miners are feared dead in an anti-Galamsey operation at Samana near Enyinem in the eastern region. This follows a police swoop organized to hold the activities of the miners in the area. The region has become a hotbed of Galamsey activities, leading to the pollution of water bodies there. Joy News' Latif Idris witnessed the anti-Galamsey operation and filed this report.
Now we can hear in the background sounds of gunshots by the police and the military who are currently undertaking an operation here in Asamama in the eastern region where we've had illegal mining activity taking place over the years. As you can hear, that is the sound of gunshots fired by the police, and we have the young men who are trying to counter the activities of the police here. I have one such gentleman here with me, and he's going to tell us exactly what he makes of the situation. And now it's getting chaos. We have to run for our lives now. But we have to stand here. So I want you to tell us exactly what is going on here.
Right now we are paying 50 million one each boat. 50 million. But right now we don't know where. How come? We are to steal our what? Right now, some of them are robbers. I'm stealing over there. But right now, big man, it's okay.
Oh, yeah, catch you, man. Catch you. I'm sure you can explain to people. So, yeah, what's wrong with saying?
Both we are 50 million. 50 million. Okay, you man, yeah, yes, wow. I'm saying you money here. How come I there? I'm not going to do.
See, I'm machines. I have.
I'm machines. No, it's the company. So that's the all.
All right, thank you. So the police and the military have finally managed to disperse the angry residents. The one is
I'm also full of them.
Charlie. The police station there. Record. The police station there. We go spoil here. We will be well.
So right now, this is one of the dead bodies being carried away from the mine site. So child, baby, I was shot. I want to make soldier police to the trophy.
Hey, go mama, come and talk with this.
And you can see blood all over his body. You can see blood all over his body. One of those who were shot. And now the dead body will now be taken. By the police here in the mining town of Asamama, in the eastern region, and there you have it, the whole town of Asamama. Roadblocks throughout, wherever you pass, there are roadblocks all over the place. This is one such roadblocks mounted by the residents of this community, who are now in a very fierce battle with the police and the military, who are undertaking an operation here.
Tell you, this was in 2016 at time at Chema Untumimo Estati Ra Ghana no Omoye Gala. And this is what the NDC government tried to do to stop them. There was a firm decision to make sure, say, the latter part of 2016, and almost started Bowura Ghana, because they had the idea, said they were going to win the elections. And this is the time there were policemen, soldiers who were firm in their decisions. This is the time a president was firm in his decisions. Where Yekufuado, Eastern region, the government was protecting the water bodies. Today, you soldier for the police for omu protect Gala. And you police for the soldier for omu protect Gala. Those times, the military and the police, they go in there to stop people from destroying water bodies. But and you will see, say, and the party munipa, DCs, MCs, omumum, and the soldier for Abasaita, soldier for protect at the bonina air kosono. And these are things that government, you need to be firm in your decision. It might not favor you, the people, but so you are buying, that's a long-term vision. An idea to protect or minor. All that you need to do is to be firm. And that thing is what we are expecting from this government. They have never been firm against the fight against corruption. Nanado Danko Kufuado, onena abemu nkofo, omuna omoye sa GALAMSEY way, so they cannot take decisions. They cannot go down there and arrest. When was the last time I would say Chinese Libi? Chinese Libya knew under Ghana jail. Aisha Wang under Ghana jail. So we need to understand. You need presidents, you need leaders who are firm in their decisions, who will not be involved in the calamity, who will not be involved in the illegality. And that is what Ekufuado or GALAMSEY no ho, nebusian for kaho, ne party for na ye, and that he is scared to take serious decisions. On say, and Ekufuado and Omuku General Mahama. Captain Mahama, the reason why we couldn't say Ekufuado no now Bayamun Kofono, they are the ones killing the military. But the other way around, when the NDC were in power, they were going after the people who had started trying to destroy our water bodies. Omoba no and I feel Omobama soldier for no protect omo saying no. That is why we are here today. Because if we had been firm, Ebia Timemunini the Obajin say Abino is being too strong. Abino is being too harsh. But Abino is also thinking about the future generation. Abino is thinking about protecting the water body. Into the Abino will take a drastic decision at that moment. Ebia uti kroma won't yasye. In the John Mahama tasking the military, he tasked the police to make sure that whether it's a local or a foreigner, make sure those people stop what they are doing. So the military and the police were firm. And until I wanted that under NDC government say soldier phobi akobo tent or protect Galafo. You never hear that because the president, the government wanted to stop it. And the DNAC and your cry who Galamsey documentaries as soldier for your Galamsey. Chairman won't me afa military for the omu protect Galamseyers. Into the government, the president, they have given room for Galamsey to become a very serious commodity in Ghana. When you sit in your radio stations, there are so many approaches. You are approach me over in there. Obibaji say, oh, this approach there in the end, at the end of the day, is not going to take effect. So approach they taken from 2015-16. We were going after foreigners who were trying to infiltrate our communities to mine now. And you stick it to that approach after power change. And can then Galamsey can do her. But the coup for the buy and also I've put my presidency on the line, and he took all the security people off and said, "Chema to me, Munkonko finish assassino." And then the Yeka say, on calling for state of emergency because of Galamsey. A coup for said no. Workers in Ghana said they are going to go on strike. We get journalists as Sempa say they have an issue with the workers. Look at this. Okada 4 and so Akasa Okada riders are more Ghana. They have also come out to speak on Galamsey.
And now Minu Casano Galamsey once a my cano. Every night is a yago. A prayer Minu Ginaso Nano. Semu you namuni nurse for the doctor for bedding from one of them who come fast to Esa Yadi Okuma. Adia say Paraba who Esa Botokwa and Sa because Yadi Bebre and adding and a unity. I was our will. And now Minu Casa Yan Bebre. Fruit under Dina if you have no quackra. Galamsey so ya no modi water no man wedding. Ade maye. And go coffee pro issue. Obi animu show modi and go cocono. It is a wuti akra baby who work with business so ye mimi come ye to Galamsey na daddy and go kokobe free aba obedi ye nya wa hanu benya bi food be free aba food ni ba ye church say if Galamsey anamani yi obeto yare no ebeka wo so nti we enya mani osem nemom say oman no ebe wo ho anase ebe konka a yare emmemu na da nti na ye ni abrese no if it ni nim say ye nyina ye fight or fight ye nyina ye fight. But a group of billion who say, and the president is not the two on the line. The who say, anti-sabi. Ama, Linko from Penny, why you did to me a show Musanki, and him say, on my boy, fighting Galamsey. You are fighting more yeno, illegal. You are more yeno, you are bomb mobile. You who's a more case, Obianco, Obia says, you say, crime found. Now, you perceive we need about those areas. Never is answer. Who we need abandon the power, or many in a war. When I would be a very 2 minutes didn't you?
Your best in 24 ni say, ye niwa, mebunu niwa, omusu omu niwa. Until the ever catch one ni say, Galamsey no etete, I want mine ways.
They score NSA be a stopping Galamsey no, and yes, but yes, Galamsey a clear and slowly. Say about Abremo had no more. You share survey about 50 villages. You should be a friend of mine. I say, Galamsey, I say no. Say, you go hospital, complain about typhoid. And Nipa almost by 100. And your typhoid.
This is a person from the president and I say, a serno, you come away. You Jumayo. So you call from bar, you swear the best word you're nearly. It be jolly, and man, and so it be a jolly adam. Ina say. So one year for Papa Cachano. Me man go school no akire onso na wakwadu akire ya to abama se bedi asu ene ma bi high onso nka e ko kam se kwala nwa de esra mo mpanifo yesa o una mo ye di mani mo yesu amu ko mo ba na ase ya ka mo yama metumo
we Okada riders what you asoma branch in kai no senka mobile no na nka asey a anka ameto nka mo wu dada inte eden na mo abre so de asey. That is the question. Also no anko sko ndrechiri but the common sense ane ma me de wo na eda ne tim chire say momo bedi aban no so no senka mobile na nka nsuo na sey kura nka ndru ha kamo nka mo wu nka ameto mo inte eden na mo bedru ha mo sey nsuo no Ni Nyankwasi, a journalist, blame the community. The people don't like what is going on. They are looking up to the top. The president has the power to stop this. So why are we not stopping it? Why are we blaming the people? Why are we blaming they cannot do anything? And then Nigeria for the statement about every excavator was shut down. Why are you not pressing the president? Now TUC for the press here, they are threatening, they are doing too much. In nine, Monya Banjuma da, Emma Sebio, Uobi, Ukoye PRO, ECG, a connection to Nina say Jumano. Obedrun crying, and our college scholarship was say, Talu said the NDA, politicians Kwajimao, and a politician do call law school, and a politicians at the amount to won't say Obia Waya Banjuma say 40 years. Ah, Sebio, Oni baby obeda. Unimobia Odia Abayajuma, Yajini Sika pensioner, or Kwasiatia condition Mokase. They have to be bottom up approach. Momo bottom. Momo Nimuyansa. You are twerps, you are stupid, you are just in front of a mic. You have no knowledge. You have taken out your common sense and you are just applying the stupid things you read on paper. Near Tikrumha. And Joy News for Echoya report. Ebe sinde. Chema won't me NSU Joy News. Chema won't me en deny it. Yatiana Asarodonko Echoya report. Multimedia Ekache Ghana say Chema won't me per documents from Lands Commission. He is doing illegal mining. President Kasaye, no. Baumia Kasaye, no. NPP for Obi Kasaye, no. Because they are all involved. Near Tikroma. Kwasiafo. Saga ne friend. Ekuya pokin. Muntie emwa indaima.
On August 17th this year, the Minerals Commission in a press release stated that the Lands Minister has not issued any license for minerals prospecting in any forest reserve. The release, signed by Chief Executive Officer of the Commission, Martin Aisi, referred to a letter by Akonta Mining Limited dated August 8, 2022, which was an application for an entry permit to enter the Tanonimre Forest Reserve at Samreboy in the Western region. The release said the application must be processed, quote, subject to the Honorable Minister of Lands and Natural Resources Directive on Mining in Forest Reserve. But even before the Lands Ministry would indicate publicly its position on the application, our checks indicate active mining in the Tanonimre Forest Reserve. A visit to the forest revealed large portions of the reserve already mined and degraded. This drone footage taken few days ago shows active mining linked to Akunta Mining Limited under the protection of armed personnel. The forest reserve is being destroyed with impunity even at the time of airing this report.
We are here at this team, Tontokrom. The hold duties, and there are some policemen and media be here.
Despite Love News' expose on military personnel protecting miners in the Odaho section of the Apamprama Forest Reserve, security personnel are still providing protection for miners who are pillaging the reserve currently, as corroborated by the Omanhene of Bekwai, Nana Kusi Frimpong Kotobre.
My district is Amansay Central. That is where I have my cocoa farm. In that area, there's a forest called Kobro Forest. The forest is guarded by soldiers as people mine inside the forest. I had a confrontation with the soldiers. They said they are on duty. What kind of duty is being held in the forest? Ministers and people in government are the ones protecting them. Because I can't hire military men, if I could, I would ask them to accompany me to the farm to weed.
The government itself came out to say Chairman Wontumi is doing illegal mining. Kwasiafo tete asempa ekuya pokin kwasiaba omotete e blame hwan ye blame e ba omia lose election na Kufuado. They will never speak on this issue and say Chairman Wontumi does not even deserve to be given an audience on any radio station. No. Kwasiafo we Chairman Wontumi no tafre to. in Ghana, Adentra, because they are all fed by the NPP pigs. This fight against Galamsey is the most easiest fight. You need a political will. You need to be ready to save your people. A president can just say, let us all stop every excavator. I'm going to take a decision after that. Goes into a room with his cabinet and then have serious discussion and come out with very strict decision. The president should be on TV prime time calling a state of emergency that in Ghana, nobody, whether commercial, non-commercial, small scale, whatever, everything should stop. Because our lives, your lives is at stake. And every excavator was shut down. Why are we sitting here blaming Ahimfo? Why are we blaming the community? Why are we sitting here even talking? The president and the government, and I keep saying, the controversy about Ahimfo, especially, and I keep saying on this platform, Otumfuo Omanhene, I'm respecting a pa. Yasi wenya bibia mawasia membo ne krono. Se nya hwe kura no minyini wasante memu. Nti na saso so na minyini, even though minyini wadanse. Technically, enya asante asase. Nanso we call all adanse ni asante for so mu yenuanom. Anka enya fe. This rift between Otumfuo, Omanhene, this rift between Ohenewei and Ohenewei, especially Otumfuo and Omanhene, wouldn't it be the best decision? So one day, best sorry. Na Otumfuo said to and Omanhene, and yana, I want a hini penini. Forget the National House of Chiefs. Na you for bay 7 are sorry. So wouldn't be. Yenny I him for Galawa asaso. Almost what Galani or Masaso, Omunina sorry, ama oba abino president no 1 week to call for state of emergency. I him for no, wouldn't then kebisu Ghana. And internet, I don't support the rifts. I don't support the people on the sidelines saying things. So what's the dimia? I've never put any energy in that thing between Omanhene and Otumfuo because I see it's a waste of energy. I see it's a waste of time. In the middle of our differences, we can show leadership. We can show togetherness. We can show yene yempeni fuo. Na ki asora no pa. Na Otumfuo Omanhene empo mienu keke. Yemfa so Otumfuo asase so ebi ye Galamsey wo ho ana ye Galamsey wo ho. Omanhene asase so ye nya Galamsey yate. Ohene fufuru bi abejoin ahemfo beye enum atitiriw ahemfo enum. After the whole media in Ghana say this time ye nyina enim say asase ne hye president nsa. Yenso ye hwe nsase ne so say president ni wa ye wo fom ha. President no wo to me constitution ne ma ne to me say on making sure say Galamsey no end after 48 hours excavator bi edum. Unim de nkabesi wo Ghana. But yenim bebunu no, we the young people no, yaman kwasi asemia be hye yemum ene yete TikTok. Ena kwasi ebiti Germany, kwasi ebiti UK, kwasi ebiti Ghana. And they are so pissed off for nothing. Because as I sit here, menti se Omanhene bue na no aka se Otumfuo kwasi. Ena menti se Otumfuo bue na no aka se Omanhene kwasi. But utuminya nipa bi and they are seriously in a serious argument all because omo adwini mu no. E wo se obi di obi anim. And I say or say obi eye papa chen obi. That is not how power means. Power, it's all about you being submissive and also making sure say you collaborate with even your subordinates or your bosses to get to a final point that's what favors all of you into the end game. Because you must buy what to see ombu workers. Abaya otisi ombu doctors because the Ghana Medical Association actual statement President Mfiomo got TUC threatening the president to go on civil strike. The president does not care. this is the time I hear the togetherness from Ahemfo. Say no because we know the National House of Chiefs, they've lost their course. In Tinkanopa, sorry. Na yatise Otumfuo any Omanhene shia. Otumfuo any Ahemfo shia. Adentra, they want to come out with a solid statement for the government to take action. Can you besi Ghana? By any mbebununa, we need to use our platform to tell our leaders to be thinking about stuff like this, to be considering our future. No, ya de akwasi atete abrochire. And ya dream say, you defend it nothing. It makes us something. That's why I keep saying, say, moi himfo akese te se Omanhene, Otumfuo, Yana, awonafo hene kese, infantofo hene kese. We need about just 5 paramount chiefs, just 5. Oko Western region, hene kese. You need just 5. Now, table for every single media house to show up. They have a statement. But this is the situation where some person ye cry, yania ye di omuchino, ye jiminti, ye dream say, omoko ya, or hinibi, any munyam ebeko form, ye moa, and intina politicians ye sano, and intina bibia your friend or ye paramonsi, your friend ahinie, and nimeguas Ghana no, because you have allowed the politicians to use us to limit the powers of your traditional leaders. Because the TUC, the Omo say anke traditional leaders and the Emma president 24-hour ultimatum or 3 days anka obo di ebesi wo Ghana. So this is an advice to Otumfuo, it's an advice to Omanhene, it's an advice to Yana. Me, I respect all of these people. When you see me criticize Otumfuo, it means baby sebio eye obofo se obofo ede ne poma bono se ode ne tekan dwa no na ye se bibi shawa ehia no. So when you see me criticize Otumfuo a lot, then it means Otumfuo is more special to me than, in fact, the other people have not criticized, because I feel say what I have gained from Nasa Asisono, I don't want to see any distraction. And that is what we call constructive criticism. I am letting him making him aware. I am trying to prompt him for him to understand that these things, maybe you are not aware, but these things can collapse or do what? Bring down your kingdom or bring down your supremacy. You see, these are things we can sit as young people. Ya santifo nkwara ya wabruchire ya wagana moma yanka humbom yantro petition yamfra manana ya bonofo yantro petition yamfra ma ya hene ya domafo yantro petition yamfra ma ya hene ya nyina yamba together bunini asantini kroboni na ya nyina yamba together as a group and write a petition to this chief that we need them to speak as one unit. Do you know what will happen? Bakwasia biti baby nenumu kankankan jimi so obi kan Ghana sama onum say yedidi ne hinatam. So obi at the solution ba na eye ne ya adenti na enfiri ne ho. You can never get the government or politician to listen to traditional authorities when the politician detects a little bit of cracks in the followership of the DA paramountcy. I'm telling you. So politicians who say entokwan kitinkitibi mu amudi mu ahemfo ekikura no mumu nyedura omobe yusu mu ahemfo no. And that is what they have done all over the years. Mr. S, get me what I was asking for. Thank you, Mr. S. And I will plead with these chiefs. This is the time for us to see how important they are, how powerful they are. They need to come together as a unit. They are not the people we are supposed to listen to. It is out of youthful exuberance. It is out of excitement. They are all on heat. They don't even understand the basic thing. Asantefo nkwara, bonofo nkwara, doma nkwara, they are all passionate. And when you become too passionate, you forget the main problem. I don't blame them, but Otumfuo, Omanhene, this is the time for you people to show supremacy. Because some politician who say you are all making different statements when it comes to Galamsey, they'll get away through it. But when you people all come together as a unit and you put it out there, I swear to God, politician be anywhere obey my skip away. I'm not a kid. Me obi of a sempaya. And I understand the dynamics of politics in Ghana. I understand the dynamics of social political issues in Ghana. I know the impact of ahimfuwemu. Mopa mama ahimfuwa maka nyina njai na otumfo ne dom ahene nko anhia. Na mka say this is the meeting we want to have. We need to make sure. Say Saturday we are equals. Do you know what will happen? But ahimfuni bi they are forgotten some yempenifuo or more power or more control. They are allowing kids, young men and women who do not even understand akonyana or motesono. They are becoming so passionate. They are following the trend from their kids, from their enquara, and they are making things important. You know, they are making them look like they are not important. Into enquara, utmihu abrantie bi na ojina TV so ena yene. Yede domafo omuya yebetwa omuti na okohu asantini domafo yebetwa dom na ohwa omu sam say you don't even understand what you're talking about. Die ebekun no na wonum no. Die ebekun no eno na de bia no wonum no. Die ebekun no ene aboa na odansuo mu na owe no. Die ebekun no ene asase na ubu nnuane tugu no. Die ebekun no ene asase na wo sen no. Eduaba ebefiri aba no ene na ebekun Domani okun asantini okun. That is what we need to get collectively. We should be intelligent enough to understand that these politicians, without us coming together as a unit, they will play us. Now I'm sure I did about me. Thank you, Mr. S. Now look at this.
Dedi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Now so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV. I see say a lot of people are moving from the traditional media to the social media. And PENDREAM, you are setting the pace because you bring the issues as they are. And the those are the issues. And then Unipa are not ready for just ordinary endorsement. But people want to hear the issues. What are the issues? What are the possible solutions? So for me, I'm endorsing PENDREAM TV. And I'm recommending, say, Obi Biana who affiliated traditional media and why you're bored with it, you know, I'm going to live up to expectation, you know. Your next last stop, PENDREAM TV.